let's go, let's go, let's go.
As regular Will Malde in lane 4, the former state champion in this event. She would have been enough cluster running strong in front of Western and Flanger in this race against time. The 3:36, the time to beat the Flanger. 2 more sections underway. Baker carried by Zachary. Heating pursuit underway in the A-Boys 100. In lane 4, Zach Van Meteren of Hamlin.
Well, thank you guys for coming and talking with us again. Good to wrap up the season and talk about what our kids did to finish the year. State meet for us overall, I would say I think it was a successful meet. You know, there's always some high hopes, especially when you start the season and then you get into that meet and the way the kids had positioned themselves. We had a lot of things we're really excited about. I think as a whole, the kids competed really well. Some of the biggest highlights, I would say, for us would be first Nakia Black and all that she accomplished. She had an incredible season, breaking her own school record and then another one in the 200. And she grew on that and how she competed at the state meet, and she was one of our top placers. Overall, she finished third in the 100. Very excited about that. She set a new PR in prelims before the final, going 12:15, which broke her own school record again. So she's just moving, and that was exciting to watch her in that 100 really compete with some really good girls there in the state, and get herself to a good spot on the podium. And then she placed 5th in the 200, and I know she was hungry for a little bit more in that 200. She was a little bit down from that, but what is tough for her is if you go look at the results in that 200, she was 2/100ths of a second from third place. Third place was 2/100ths of a second ahead of her, and then fourth place was 1/100th of a second ahead of her. So they crossed right at the exact same time. So it's kind of a little bit crushing for her, but I think she competed so well. And for her to come out from last year, she was just near missed on everything. This year, she was third in the 200, fifth in the 200, or third in the 100, fifth in the 200. I mean, just great job for her. Really proud of her efforts. Other individual placer was Cruz Molman. And he was another one that really had his sights set on something really big. You know, he really had the goals and aspirations of being a state champion. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. He came in 4th, one spot ahead of where he was last year. He was 5th as a junior. I think he competed excellent. I couldn't be more proud of that kid and the work that he's put in. And it just didn't happen on that day. But he still had a great meet. I think he showed a lot of composure as he was trying to battle through that, and so proud of him there. But from there, I mean, the kids it was kind of somewhat similar to the story last year. We competed so well, just missed this podium on multiple things. Girls 4x1, that finished 10th, just outside of making finals. The girls 4x2 was 13th, if I remember correctly. Addie Eastman, I mean, had just an incredible season, and she really turned it on at the end of the year. We were excited about what she was going to do at the state meet, and she finished 11th, if I remember correctly, in her 300 hurdles. Almost took a second off her time. I mean, just competed. You know, it's just some other girls ran really fast. She just missed finals. And then she was, I think, 12th in her 100 hurdles, which she turned a huge page at the end of the season here. The last 2 meets, she cut off a ton of time, got herself kind of in that top 10 range, and just missed it. Overall, again, trying to make finals. So proud of her there. The boys relays 4x1, 4x2, both were kind of in that 15th place in the state. I think quality run. I mean, anytime you can come look at that and see that, you know, you want to be on the podium, but you're still in the top 15 in the state of South Dakota for Class A. I think that's nothing to scoff at or be bummed about. I think the kids did great there, especially when you break a 40-year-old school record. That 4x1 they took down earlier this year. It was exciting. It's been there since 1985. It's one of the fastest 4x1 group we've ever had on the guys' side. So excited with that. Piper Rogers, she had, I don't know, people watching these videos probably recall a little bit. That poor girl has endured a ton. Broke 2 elbows different ways the last 2 years, and so this year we actually got her through an entire season and a state meet without being hurt. Heartbreaking for her. She finished 9th in pole vault. I mean, you can't get much closer than she did with, you know. but her resilience to keep coming back after injury is just unprecedented. I don't know if anyone's done that in pole vault, where you break an elbow 1 year and then a major dislocation the next, and want to keep doing it. So she competed like crazy, just missed being on the podium, but so proud of her effort. She got a season best at the state meet. Harlan McCauley was kind of a surprise entrance for us in pole vault, and the opening height was incredibly high, but she was excited. I think it was an incredible experience for her going forward, just as a freshman, to make it in. One thing that's kind of exciting on our girls relays is that there's this really solid group. We had Mila Heisinger step up for us. She's a 7th grader. And due to some injuries and a couple things that happened to our team, we lost a couple other sprinters, and we were really in need of somebody that could pick up the slack. And Mila came in off a middle school season, joined us for just about 2 weeks, and was a huge member. I mean, ran great, was our first leg in the 4x1 and 4x2. And the experience for her as a 7th grader to be at the state meet and be on a 4x1 that was 10th and 4x2 that was 13th or whatever it was, I mean, it's just incredible. And we're excited to see what that's going to set her up for in the future. And so as you just go across the board, I mean, a lot of those kids, you're going to miss some of those seniors, like James Burke, who just missed finals in the 100. He was 3rd in the 100 last year. He finished 9th this year. That was heartbreaking for him, but you're going to miss him. You're going to miss Cruz. On the girls' side, you're going to really miss Piper. She was part of those relays. But I am excited for the future. With Blake Jansen, just missed in pole vault, was part of those relays, competed well. Peyton Percy's going to be a leader for us now in those relays. He's kind of an unsung hero. He doesn't get talked about as much, but he's a quality part of those relays, 2nd fastest kid on those relays this entire time. So we're excited to see what he was going to do moving forward. You want to get Zayd Seaman back healthy. You know, that devastated him with his knee injury and having to get surgery. He qualified for state in pole vault, but couldn't go. He only had 2 meets and he was already in. It just shows you the quality of athlete he is, and we're excited for what he's going to do next year. Yeah, on the girls' side, there's a lot of youth that's going to be coming up that we're excited to see the direction they go, and hope the passion stays there for track, and we can build on, again, being a very competitive team at the state meet. The goal will be, again, for the girls next year to not only go and place like we have in a couple of things, but a few more of those, and see if we can rack up a few more points and maybe skip or slide into some of those team standings a little higher, and maybe get a plaque out of that as a good goal, I think, for the girls next year. But overall, I couldn't be more pleased with the kids' efforts. All they've done, you know, to kind of cap the season. When you break 4 school records between Nakaya and her 100 and 200, the boys 4x1, and with Izzy Wiegand and the javelin. I mean, that's an exciting season. When you take the amount of kids that we did, I mean, we're looking to build on that. We want more, but when you take double-digit kids and you go and compete, and all your stuff basically is in the top 15 that goes, you feel really, really good about that. So I think it was a good season, and again, really thankful to have the opportunity to talk to you guys and tell some people about it.